which has a low security prison. The facility is known for its drug treatment program. Combs' team says the location would also be convenient for visits from family members. Meanwhile, President Trump says Combs has asked him for a pardon.
I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
Here we go again. That's my joking singing voice. Here we go again. What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Hey, check it out. I love this. This stuff is funny. It's funny to me, man. I can't wait six more months, man. These days ain't going by fast enough for me. President Trump confirms that Sean Diddy Combs has requested a pardon. They got Diddy. Even Diddy believed this stuff. And I know the president and his cabinet and everybody saying, how did we get into this? We ain't pardoning. We ain't handing out pardons like that. We not. And I said, calm down, man. What? My daddy used to work at the House of Representatives. My daddy used to work at the Capitol. So I know.
Bullshit.
Now, my father used to work at the Capitol, yes, but he ain't had nothing to do with no rules or regulations or nothing. My father worked at the Capitol for many, many years. He retired from the Capitol, and I knew all kinds of people there. I mean, just to say hi, they ain't do no favors for us. My father actually got our street turned one way. I was proud of him, because kids was getting hit when they tried to duck the light, and they cut down our street where we live and hit people. He ain't had no pull. My father ain't no pull or anything like that. I tells the truth, baby. The spade is a spade, but I know one thing. When y'all first started talking about that Trump going to pardon this dude, oh my God. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, man. Let's check this out.
Sean Combs is hoping to serve his prison sentence on a military base in New Jersey. His attorneys have asked that he be sent to Fort Dix, which has a low security prison. The facility is known for its drug treatment program. Combs' team says the location would also be convenient for visits from family members. Meanwhile, President Trump says Combs has asked him for a pardon.
I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
Last Friday, a judge sentenced Combs to 50 months in prison, or just over 4 years, for his conviction on 2 prostitution-related charges. Combs has already served 13 months while awaiting trial and his sentencing.
Diddy, how do you even think about a pardon from a 50-month sentence? How do you even think that a pardon is going to happen in 50 months? So I got a better question for y'all. When somebody asks for a pardon, or the president is about to pardon somebody, right? How long do you think that process takes? You can give me a guess in the comment section. A day? A couple of hours? Pardon Diddy. Here, send that to him. Or Diddy, we got a letter from the president. You free to go. Come on out your cell. Get your stuff. That's how the world should work, right? That's how the world should work. So many people got to sign off on the pardon. I don't know how it works, but I know it ain't no day. I know it ain't no week, and I know it ain't no month, and I know it ain't no 3 months. It's more than that. A pardon. And y'all sitting here believing this crap. Okay, Trump really giving. Okay, let's see.
I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon. Consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. So what else?
Just days after Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in federal prison, a shocking twist has surfaced. Reports claim that Donald Trump might be considering a presidential pardon for the hip-hop mogul. In a recent statement, Trump himself admitted that Puff Daddy asked me for a pardon, but clarified that he would first need to talk to the DOJ before taking any action. Diddy's legal team insists they never made a formal request, yet insiders say two individuals close to him tried to reach out to Trump's circle, allegedly offering six-figure sums to push the conversation forward. Now, speculation is rising over what Trump's real conditions might be if he ever decides to grant Diddy clemency. Would it be political strategy, personal interest, or a symbolic gesture of forgiveness? For now, Diddy remains behind bars, with roughly 37 months left to serve, and this developing pardon rumor could be the biggest twist yet in his ongoing legal saga.
I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon. Consider it or not consider, I don't know anything about it. So, but I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Trump and Diddy's ties go. Diddy was reportedly a guest at the president's 2005 wedding, and they ran in the same social circles.
One mogul after another. It's mogul time.
It's your boy Diddy.
ET's cameras caught them together at this New York charity event in 2008.
Does anybody intimidate you or
Only my wife.
that's it?
Other than that, nobody.
Wait for a second. Let's talk about the relationship between Donald Trump and Sean Diddy Combs. Was it really good? There were lots of controversies surrounding their connection. Allegedly, Diddy was an anti-Trump person who didn't care about Trump at all. People are now connecting the dots. Judge Arun Subramanian, who sentenced Diddy, is also known as a Biden-appointed judge, though that's actually a debatable point. But the main question is, what was P. Diddy's real intention or opinion about Donald Trump?
Of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous.
And this is the man you asking for a pardon. You hear this? You called him white, which he is, but you said that he needs to be vanished. And if you feel that way, I'm just telling you how I feel. Now I'm in charge. I'm the president. I'm the head honcho. I'm the big dog. And now you're going to come ask me for a pardon? For 50 months? I can see if you had 50 years, my bruh. 50 months. Really? I honestly think it takes at least a year for a pardon to go through. I'm going to look that up. Let's continue.
This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Mm-hmm. Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. Mm-hmm. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war.
President Trump even called him a good friend on a 2012 episode of his TV show The Apprentice. The problem is, some comments Diddy made about Trump in recent years as Diddy really entered the political realm. There's a video where he's speaking to radio host Charlemagne saying, if Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. In another video on Revolt, he says white men like Trump need to be banished. And by the way, you know who's not letting anyone forget this? Combs' rival 50 Cent took to social media recently, wrote, see See, Trump don't like S like this, buddy. You run your mouth too much. And Donald doesn't take well to disrespect and doesn't forget who chooses to go against him. While working tirelessly to make America great again, there is no room for distraction. He would consider pardoning anyone who was being mistreated, not Puff Daddy. And let me tell you, the idea of Trump pardoning Diddy is not getting a ton of love out there.
But things can change at any time. Maybe Diddy and Trump's relationship was bad in the past, but Trump, as a president, can do anything within his powers, and that includes granting a pardon. If Donald Trump decides to pardon Sean Diddy Combs, nobody can legally stop that decision. As president, Trump holds the full authority to reduce or completely remove a federal sentence. So while one possibility is a full presidential pardon, the other could be a reduced sentence. And technically, Diddy's prison time has already been cut down by around 3 years due to time served and sentence adjustments.
Contributor Brian Buckmeyer is following that story for us. Brian, you say the president could help Diddy get released without a pardon or full clemency. How so?
So it would be the other way around, but he can, in fact. The president has very broad powers in terms of clemency. Clemency being the larger umbrella where both a pardon and commutation could come up. Now, for most people, they make an application to the Office of the Pardon Attorney and the DOJ, but someone like Sean Combs could go directly to the president, or he could just simply hear of him, and he can either reduce his sentence to the point that he can get released, a commutation, or give him a full pardon.
You say there's also a program that could reduce Diddy's sentence for a year? How?
Yeah, so the defense attorneys have asked for a program called RDAP. It's a very extensive program that if you're incarcerated in the federal prison system for about a little over 3 years, so Sean Combs would be applicable for that, and also have some sort of substance abuse issue. It's a 9 to 12 month 500-hour intensive drug program that if you are successful at it, you can reduce your sentence by an additional year on top of your already good time that you would serve.
And Combs' legal team is asking to move him to a low-security prison in New Jersey. How different is that facility from where he is now? And what does the judge have to consider there?
So right now he's in a Metropolitan Detention Center. That's typically for people who are in the process of having a case, either leading up to a trial or taking a plea. And after they are sentenced, like Sean Combs, they will remain there for a period of time until they either go to an intermediary prison where they're kind of sorted out and then sent somewhere, or they're sent directly to their final destination of a prison. The judge can make a recommendation, but at the end of the day, it's up to the Bureau of Prisons to make a determination as to where he goes. But they're asking for Fort Dix, which is just a little under an hour east of Philadelphia, because one has RDAP, that program that can reduce his sentence by additional year. If he did it successfully, would be out in probably like a year and a half. But they're also asking for low security, meaning he has greater freedoms while in the prison.
A lot of new facts are coming up. Some sources claim that Donald Trump might easily grant a pardon to Sean Diddy Combs, while others insist it's never going to happen. The debate has only grown after the resurfacing of an old statement from Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, whose words now carry special weight. Gene Deal, who worked closely with Diddy for years and witnessed many behind-the-scenes moments, once said in an interview that Donald Trump will never give a pardon to P. Diddy. His reasoning was based on Diddy's long history of criticizing Trump publicly and aligning himself with anti-Trump voices in the entertainment world. That statement is now being re-examined as people question whether political power, public image, or personal history will decide Diddy's fate. So while some believe Trump could use this move to show mercy or gain influence, others believe Gene Deal's prediction still stands, that a pardon from Trump to Diddy is simply impossible.
Like Trump, he might pardon Diddy. First of all, he got to be charged and be in prison to be pardoned. You got to realize that the feds could take this case for 2, 3, maybe 4 years, and Trump will be out of office. You don't know how long the feds is going to go on with this. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You hear people talking crazy talk. Well, they ain't got nothing because, man, I've seen the dude sit behind bars for 2 years before he had his trial with the feds.
I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house, and he can't make bail. At the end of this video, there are 4 things that this judge did to stick it to Diddy. I can't believe, not like undercutting him. That's cold, man. That's low. He done did 4 low things, man. Here we go. Let's keep going.
And by the time a pardon come in, another year will come by.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out why y'all believe. Don't get me wrong. If you don't know, and this is the bull they pushing, then you got to go off of that bull. But when you start feeding somebody some top quality fruits and vegetables, they don't want that crap no more. The McDonald's and all the stuff, 11, all the additives that's in the fresh. That's another thing I like about the Philippines, man. I'm thinking I don't like the chicken, but the chicken and the food is more fresher over there, man. The beef and the meats. You can almost taste the blood. It feel like I'm tasting the blood. Anyway, let's go, bro.
So that's just a whole lot of propaganda. Puff wasn't even f***ing with Trump like that no more.
Everybody knows that part.
He was going against Donald Trump. Donald Trump is petty as 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah. That's
Do you
facts.
understand that? You see how petty 50 is? Donald Trump is just as petty as 50, bro. And he gonna look at it and say, yo, why should I help this motherfucker when he talking shit about me?
And what's the benefit?
The diddler. I seen them in a meeting together before. Al Sharpton, Wendy Williams, Puff Daddy, and Donald Trump at the Four Seasons Hotel downtown. And I'm sure he was telling them, because all this shit is planned, bro. Yo, you know I'm gonna be president one day. I'm gonna need y'all support. But they flipped. You understand what I'm saying? They flipped. Because everybody was dealing with Donald Trump at one time that was in the music record business and all that stuff like that. So my whole thing about it is all that shit is propaganda, bullshit. It's just having somebody, they need something to talk about. Donald Trump probably wouldn't on Puff if he was on fire.
And that's where things stand right now. The entire world is watching what happens next between Donald Trump and Sean Diddy Combs. If Trump decides to give Diddy a presidential pardon, it would likely be under the logic of rehabilitation and redemption, something Trump has mentioned before in past pardons for other celebrities. But if he refuses, Diddy will have to serve out the rest of his reduced 4-year sentence with no special treatment, just a long legal road ahead and a pending appeal that might take months to process. From what we're seeing, the reduced sentencing, the public apologies, and the quiet talks happening behind closed doors, it really looks like Diddy might be trying to find a way out, or maybe even pull off a successful escape through the legal system. What do you think? Will Trump actually sign that pardon, or will this story end with Diddy serving his full time behind bars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget.
Dude, no pardon. Diddy ain't get no pardon. That's number one. I don't even know why we talking about this. There are 4 things that the judge did, man. I want y'all to check this out. When Diddy first was going for trying to get a bond, going for is it bail? Bond? He trying to put up to go home. He turned it down in a cruel way. Then all of a sudden, he went up for the 3rd bond hearing, and the lawyer finally said, well, I'm going to think about it over the weekend and give you my answer. And he didn't come back to Tuesday. How dare you take all that time, the whole weekend, got this man thinking that I might be getting out. He going to say, yeah, I'm going to make bail. I'm going to make bail. And he came back and said, no. That's 2 times. The 3rd time was when they found him guilty. Whack out. I meant to go bring my hammer. I got a mallet. I got a real mallet upstairs. You're guilty. Clock out. And they came back and he said, well, can he at least have bail? He's found guilty. I don't know what these people thinking about. You found guilty, bruh. You are guilty of 2 counts. Okay, Now, can I go home? Yeah, you're right. You got me guilty. Now, can I go home on bail? Excuse me? And then the judge said, you want to go home, don't you? Yes, Your Honor, I want to go home. Well, yes, I do want to go home. I'd like to give him hope. Bam! Bail denied again. That's strike 3. I'm like, damn, boy, you killing this dude, giving him hope. Why did you ask him, you want to go home, don't you? Why would you ask him that? Now here come number 4. Bingo. Have you have any suggestions on what jail you want to serve your 50 months in, bruh? Oh my God. Yeah, Your Honor, we want this jail in New Jersey. Man, you crazy. I ain't sending you there. It's almost like the judge said, let me know what jail you want to go to. That way I know what jail you ain't going to. Oh my God. So the judge, he doing everything he can, man. He doing the best he can to punish Diddy. That's what I think. I really think them 50 months, his hands is tied. I can't give him too much time because if I do, they're going to go for appeal and they're going to get this appeal. I'm trying to tuck this thing away so he cannot get an appeal and he can stay in jail for 2 years because this dude got to show up for them civil cases, man. He got to show up for them civil cases, and I think some of these civil cases may turn criminal. Man, dude, come on now. This should be a crime. Y'all better be lucky Uncle Mike ain't president. You should go to jail if you got 80 people filing criminal cases against you on the same stuff. And if you are found guilty of at least 10 of them, and they still coming off, I'm talking about like 10 straight or something, man, get your butt in jail. Get your butt. Y'all need to add on 4 more years just because of that. That's facts. We need to punish the bad people in the United States, in this world. We need to punish the bad people in this world, not put them on some type of camp with 3 meals and a cot, and they got Wi-Fi, the internet, and they can teach classes in jail and all that. Nah, that ain't my jail, bruh. My jail you don't want to go to. I will go to Mexico and look at their jail system, because I heard nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. Other countries got gangs in their jails. People got guns in their jail. I clean all that up. Clean it up, baby. I will clean it. Excuse me? Nah, you don't want Uncle Mike to walk through the jail and clean up some stuff. Yeah. Let me get on up out of here, man. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.